All right, we're back. We're back. Back to the game, right? It's not just the fighting game. Like you said earlier, Meza, this is like a full ass release game. A lot of content. You could be grinding out in Battle Hub all you want. You can hit the arcade. You can hit the story, training room, whatever you like, right? Like, the standard fighting game stuff there. But then, let's talk World Tour. World Tour has been released. The big component that has a lot of people just, for one, giving you a reason to grind, or rather to do it, is you were talking about like the costumes, right? In the DLC that they had, they have the alternate costumes that you can get completely for free. You just have to play World Tour, right? And kind of go through a lot of the missions and actually do a lot of the content there in order for you to unlock them.
Well, they definitely give you different routes, because you don't even have to just play only World Tour. You can play just online.
But
I mean, there's so much accessible playable modes that you can play Extreme Battle, you can play all these other Teams Battle, all these other things, and just earn points. And if you played in the beta, you earn multitudes of points. All you have to do is just go to the right place to, cash out. So I think I think they really made it less fighting game and more of an experience. It's just weird, because fighting games don't do that as often. I mean, we talk about NRS kind of doing that, trying to make an experience, but they were kind of on the cusp of that. I think this was right. I think Capcom kind of nailed it, and hopefully we'll see stuff like Mortal Kombat Project L follow suit with that Tekken as well. Because I mean, I would love to see Tekken Force come back, because that was just really cool.
That's a throwback. Holy shit. Yeah, this could be the paradigm shift, right? To kind of become it's sad to say, it's like the new norm, right? Like the new norm is like, hey, imagine a full video game, you getting your money's worth. Okay, for the regular game, I'm not saying the ultimate edition and such that some people shelled out an extra $50, $60 for, and you don't really get anything for right now, unfortunately. I know Street Fighter 6 got a lot of heat for that in early, if you saw some of those reviews, they got like review bombed it on Steam because of the whole situation that like, hey, I paid the $100 for the ultimate, and like literally like there's nothing to get from it at this point, that Capcom even had to put out a statement about it.
So real quick, I just wanted to pick your brains. The base game is just $64.95, right?
Yes, but to get it's like the base game, and then you have the deluxe edition, which is one that I bought, which is like $80. Same. And that one comes with the entire season 1 pass of characters. So right, you're Akuma, you're what is it? Aki? Yeah. Is his name Aki? Yeah. Aki, Rashid, and Ed. Right, you get all 4 of those, and a couple colors as well. The colors aren't even released yet either, so we're not getting anything as well.
Doesn't what about
those number? Wasn't it those number 10 colors for like DJ, Manon, Chun-Li, and Jamie, and Ken?
Was those it? Okay, you might be correct on that one. But there's like more. There are more colors you're supposed to get as well. Okay. But you just
for the DLC characters. Yeah.
But so you're not gonna get those yet.
I think 2 stages too. I'm not sure.
We'll have to
those are gonna come later.
Yeah. Right now at this point, there's just like nothing, right? So it kind of rubbed people the wrong way.
I thought the Ultimate Edition comes with like you get those toys or whatever. But obviously they're gonna ship them out later to you probably. But I don't know.
No, it has to be the physical version.
Yeah, you have to get the physical one. The one on Steam is only $100.
Yep.
The Steam Ultimate Edition is $100. The other one with the steel case and the statues, that was about $250, I think it was. On GameStop, was it $250?
I would hope you are overpricing that, because that's a lot. I love me some Street Fighter, but damn, $250, god damn. Inflation's a bitch.
Sounds more normal.
150 sounds about right. Yeah, I would pay 150.
I will say this: it's interesting because games like God of War, Horizon Dawn Zero. I probably said that all wrong.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Yep.
Yeah, those were all $70 to $80 games. Like
$350. God damn.
Ooh, it's $350. But yeah, those are like $70, $80 release games, as well as like Forspoken games like that. And most of those games were either partially complete or fully complete. And we're getting a fighting game that is cheaper but fully complete. I'm kind of curious if we're going to start seeing that shift to more complete games. Okay, now it costs more. That's a big thing I'm kind of curious on, because it's a fighting game, right? But it's also an experience now.
Yeah, we'll have to see if that does change with the times there. I mean, like I said, Street Fighter is kind of nice. It's kind of a bit of a paradigm shift right now, so we'll see how that follows suit. But in the meantime, though, World Tour, I've had some experience with it. Haven't had a whole lot, to be honest. I have spent maybe like an hour or so on it. Because I was just playing so many other ranked matches and casual matches. There's been a revitalization with a lot of people that we all know here, which is great. So definitely joining in on that grind. But the World Tour was great to start off. Not too different from what you got in where I was at in the beta anyway. I was getting some weird, like, I don't know if it was just me. I don't know if you guys had any of it, but I got some very fluctuating performance when it came to the World Tour, like in the open world. Like my GPU was getting pegged at 100, and I was like, what in the hell is going on here? How is this getting, like, it's like a I mean, yeah, it's not like a 40 series, but it's a 3070, or I think even a Ti that, you know, will knock out what I need to. Even at 1080 1440, it's a good card for that. And I'm like, I was just seeing super performance issues starting up that pulled me away from playing World Tour initially, and I'd like kind of come back to it to see like what was up. I know there was like a day one patch, but I don't know. I haven't checked to see if those notes were for anything like stability wise or something like that.
That makes me think like I might want to just get the game for PS4 and or 5 just so that I can run it off of something that's not going to have those computer, so to speak, issues. And I don't know if PS4 or 5 has been having that, but I mean, I'd like to really enjoy the World Tour mode. I haven't touched it yet because I'm just like not too sure if I'm gonna have fun myself in it, because I always am in rank. But at the same time, I do want to give it a shot just to sort of see what it's about, play a full game. But I don't know. Not now that I'm seeing people have some sort of issues, but then I see a lot of people playing it, and I'm like, man, that seems kind of redundant to me. I don't know.
A lot of people that I talk to that play it on at least PC have said they've experienced a lot of unrefined resources being consumed when they're playing it. So I'm not surprised. It's their first time doing like this weird open world kind of isekai adventure type mode thing for people to play through. That's like a whole nother game. So I think it's just not optimized yet. That's something that we should be looking at. It's just unoptimized. A lot of people that I've at least come across that play it, they said they really love World Tour. There's some moments where it eats the GPU hard.
Yeah.
Especially I think it's outside of cut. I think it was, some people said during cutscenes sometimes it's really harsh. Sometimes it's when you're running around and you're hitting people randomly and stuff like that, it'll just eat the GPU. But I don't know. I mean, that's something that can be worked on over time. I mean, it's still a new experience, right? So I'm not going to fault them. And I normally would fault Capcom for everything, right? But I think this is the first time I could say I will let it slide, considering, yes, I do think you should probably get the PS4 version or PS5 version if you want to play World Tour. PC, it seems to be where a heavy dose of resource management kind of sucks.
Yeah, even on a technical side, if you want to look at, say, input latency, technically PC is like the second best at this point from the charts that I've seen on Twitter. I think we're talking literally by just a couple of like maybe a millisecond or two behind, with the PS5 being, I believe, the number one. So, you know, if you want to get super technical about it, there's that. But, you know, there's still definitely more. There's definitely more things you can improve on the PC side. So, yeah, World Tour was kind of. It's just also there's so much content, man. It is a lot to go into between trying to like really grind out the game. Look, so many new characters, so many new situations to learn, right? We're at that point where we got to discover all this. The Twitter feeds are crazy. SF6_ whatever your character is bookmarked on your Twitter if you have one. So you can always just check out what's going on. So it's kind of hard to kind of buckle down for me and just like play World Tour. I know, like I said, people are doing it just to get costumes, like the classic costumes, alternate costumes. They get those, and which is fine. That's a great enticing way of doing it. Or, you know, if you got the money, yeah, you want to open up the wallet, you don't want the time, you can give Capcom that.
I will say that some of the characters have story mode costumes, I guess.
Yes.
Particularly, I will say this 100%. Kimberly's like second costume is what her normal costume should be. This
her
Lucian
ultimate's pretty
guy
dope.
bullshit was garbage. I'm sorry. Her design for the first one was absolutely atrocious. And then you put out that amazing skin. Nobody should. If I ever catch anybody on stream playing that shit, I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm like, do you own the second one? Oh, you do? You're a trash human being. Switch your costume. You know what you're doing is wrong. Like,
Losing on at the character select screen. Damn, that's strong.
bro, if I wanted to play MVCI without the actual costumes, like Gamora's second costume, yeah, all right, I'll take that shot, all right? But if I want to play the game at the most optimum, yeah, I'm going to buy the DLC for Kimberly.
Wait,
if I play
you telling me you don't like my blue shoulder pads?
No, that shit's trash. She ain't no football player.
Her alt costume is pretty good, though.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay.
I said it's pretty
Go
good.
ahead,
disagree.
go ahead, Static. Say it isn't.
Say what?
Say it's worse than her main costume. I dare you. Watch
I
the
mean, I
haters
haven't looked
arise.
at it, but it was kind of boring looking. I do like her main
said
costume.
it was boring?
I like the ninja. I like the shout outs to Sodom on the shoulder pads, which is also just, Final Fight type deal going on. I like the pants, even the pattern on the pants and the hips in the sway. I mean, that's pretty cool to me.
Yeah, you clearly
But,
got the second costume. Then you're missing.
I
out on
like
the second costume.
I like the dreads. The dreads are a nice touch, especially with her super. I mean,
I like
right?
I like the braids more
Yes.
on the second costume. Not gonna lie, it looks pretty
100%. They're way better.
I
But-
don't know. Maybe it's because I'm maining her. I'm a little biased.
cool. Yeah, aesthetics aside, bias aside, World Tour is like just a flood of content. I can't wait to see what more they're gonna release to it. I have an inkling that they're going to add like special events that go on with it. It'll be really cool.
I did see the custom characters used outside of World Tour in like training room.
I haven't
They
seen
seem
that
to, like-
yet. I haven't
So-
seen that yet.
I saw like a level 52 person playing against another level 52 or testing some stuff out. The damage is kind of like low. I think they can go up to level 70 and then it caps. But I mean, dude, I saw like fireball teleport in sim teleport into like SPD, but it didn't do a lot of damage. So I'm wondering if the scaling is based off of like certain
How many
stats.
moves you have? Yeah, because it'd be so
Yeah.
fucking broken otherwise. Yeah, I've seen some of those like concept combo videos out there, like some of the cursed ones that I'm just like, I had to double take and be like, wait, what? That was that move. That was this move. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm so confused and scared at the same time. But yeah, with World Tour, that's something we're gonna all, like I said, dive into even more as we continue, as we kind of put more time into